What's going on, golf addicts? DB here with the Tour Junkies, talking about injured players. 6 injured players coming into Augusta National this week for the Masters 2022, and what I think about whether you should consider them, whether you should not consider them, what we know of their injuries, names that you're going to need to pay attention to, and I'm about to get right into it. Go ahead and leave me a comment after the video and let me know which one of these guys are you willing to play. I'm interested to see, from the public perspective, are there names here you're willing to play? There are definitely names here I'm going to tell you I'm fading no matter what. And there are names here that I think I'm just going to have to keep watching, and we're going to need to pay attention to press conferences. I'll be out there for a practice round on Tuesday. I'll be taking note of some of these guys. We know some of their caddies. We'll obviously have some inside information, hopefully, for everybody in the Nut Hut on Wednesday night. Let's get into the first one is obviously Tiger Woods, right? Everybody's talking about Tiger. As of recording this video now, we don't know yet. He's still listed in the field. He tweeted out that he's going to be giving it a go, and he's probably going to be a game time decision. My take on this, I'm obviously very surprised that he's as far along as he is. I've heard a few different things. I've heard from someone that works at Augusta National that he is definitely not playing, but I've also heard from somebody close to the Augusta National that he's actually been walking 36 holes multiple times a week since January. I don't know what to believe. Okay. I do know this. Everybody's eager for him to play. It would obviously be great for him to play. It'd be great for the game. It'd be great for us. It'd be great for everybody watching. It'd be great for him if he plays. And I hope he does. I really do. I hope he does. Even though I'll take a massive L on TikTok for my Tiger video that I made. But I think it just depends on where we play him. I don't, at 40 to 1 or wherever he is in the betting markets. I mean, we didn't think he'd do it in 2019 at 40 to 1. It kind of feels like a little bit of a value. If it gets down to like in the 20s, I think I'm probably out. In DraftKings, I feel like he'll be popular. Maybe I'm wrong. I wouldn't mind fading him in DFS. I guess we're just going to have to see how it goes. I want to listen to the press conferences, hear what he has to say, hear how confident he sounds, see him for myself on Tuesday, and we'll go from there. But the Tiger thing is definitely fluid, and he's definitely a player that if he's playing, I would consider. There you go. All right. Now, a player that I'm not going to play, regardless of his injury status or what he says at a press conference, is Bryson Deschambeau. Bryson's coming off a hand issue, a wrist issue, and a torn labrum in his hip. Also, some possible issues with the Saudi league has kept him from playing a whole lot in 2022. And when he has played, he sucked. He just missed the cut at the Valero Texas Open at +5. He missed the cut by quite a few shots. Bryson did. He's obviously not done great at Augusta. He can't putt this place. He's not used to not having the green books and the details and all that bull that he gets to do. I'm out on Bryson regardless of injury status, but I do think that the hip issue, especially, and the hand issues can linger and can be brutal. So I think he gave Valero a shot to see how it went. He didn't play well. Who knows why he didn't play well, but it could have been injury related. I'm out on Bryson no matter what happens. Uh, Hideki Matsuyama, the defending champion, is probably another guy I'm out on. And I hate to do it. I wish we could see Hideki defend this week, and maybe he tees it up and gives it a shot, but I would not be surprised if he is one that burns you and withdraws after he gives it a go and attempts to play. He withdrew from the Players Championship citing a back injury, and then he withdrew from the Valero after giving it a go, citing a neck injury, neck, back, whatever's going on with Hideki. Not ideal and seemingly not something he's been able to play through yet. And, of course, he wants to defend his title. Of course, he's going to show up to Augusta. He's going to have the champions dinner. He's going to do all the things. But whether or not that means he can swing a golf club and play well for 4 days is definitely in question. For me, I'm out on Hideki no matter what. Even if he says I'm going to give it a go and I'm going to, I feel good right now. And maybe his ownership's like 5% in DraftKings or something, and we get excited. I think I'm out. I just feel like this is one of those things that could crop up at any point during the round and really screw you. And I don't like that he gave it a go this week and had to withdraw. I don't like that at all. Had he had more rest coming off the Players and now he was coming into this, I would feel better about it. But I don't like that we just saw the recent withdrawal from Valero. The next guy. Now, before I do this, please hit the like button, the thumbs up button here on YouTube. Subscribe, please, as well. We would appreciate that. And leave a comment. That definitely helps pump the content out. We've got a ton of content out this week for the Masters on the Tour Junkies channel or wherever you listen to podcasts. There's articles up on tourjunkies.com. Obviously, the Nut Hut, our private Discord server for $10 a month, is popping. All those links, all those details are in the description below. The next guy that I want to talk about is one that I think I will be interested to play, and that's Paul Casey, the veteran, the veteran Euro, the Brit who has played so well at Augusta National in years past, who we saw contend at the Players Championship just a few weeks ago on his way to a T3 finish. Um, but then he withdrew from the Valspar, a place where he's won twice. Didn't really cite an injury. He kind of cited a long week at the Players with all the weather and all that stuff. I believe that. I don't think Paul Casey would lie about it. But then withdrew from the match play after 2 holes in his first match, and then conceded the next 2 matches at the WGC Dell Match Play. Obviously concerning for Paul Casey. I believe it was back spasms that kept him out. I've had back spasms before, and it's something that definitely, debilitates you from being able to swing a golf club, but can be gone and remedied, sometimes even the next day. Or mine was. And now I was 37 years old. I think Casey's a little older, but he also has access to a lot more physio abilities than I do. But I like that he withdrew, took the week off, then withdrew from the Dell Match Play, then obviously didn't play this week at the Valero. I'm interested to hear what Casey says in press conferences. If he's out there for all 3 practice days, I'm interested to see that. If he is, and he sounds decent in the press conferences, he is a guy I would take a little flyer on in some DraftKings tournaments. Maybe that does suppress his ownership. Otherwise, if he was healthy, he'd be a guy down there at a great price that a lot of people would be all over. So I think we could get him at lower ownership. And you know what? Honestly, I'll say it. I think Paul Casey could win the Masters. We didn't think, Sergio Garcia, as many times as he'd played it, as good as his record was, having never won a major, we didn't think he'd ever be able to close the door. We were starting to think Hideki would never be able to close the door. And then it happened. And I think that Paul Casey, if healthy, is one that can do it. I really do. And that recent play at the Players indicates where his game is at. He obviously knows Augusta very well. I'm interested to see Paul Casey. He's a name that I may very well click. Another veteran I'm going to give you is Webb Simpson, who has suffered a herniated disc last year, I guess, or earlier this year. It really kept him out. It popped up on him. It really debilitated him around Waste Management Week. Webb Simpson's a guy who's had some decent finishes here at Augusta. It can obviously be dangerous, even though he's a shorter hitter, but he talked about the herniated disc issues possibly coming from an effort to gain more distance. He played the Players Championship, and I was very out on Webb for that. His caddy, Paul Tesori, lives there in Ponte Vedra. The Players is a very important week to them. And I knew he was going to give it a go, but I didn't think he would do as well as he did. And he finished 7th at the Players Championship. And then had the quote that he felt really well and he had no setbacks and he felt no pain at the Players. I was very interested to hear that from Webb, and good to see. For that reason, I'm interested. If the elements here at Augusta, the wind kicks up. It's been windy. The week before, I caddied at the Anwa, the Augusta National Women's Amateur. It was very windy, unseasonably windy. If the wind kicks up, this course is going to play much more difficult, firm and fast conditions. A year like where Zach Johnson won, possibly even rain, weather hitting. It's not going to be that chilly, so I'm not worried about that from a back standpoint for Webb. But he could be a name I could be interested in. I'm not scratching him off. The next player and the final player I want to talk about is Abraham Answer, and it's a very recent issue, and we really don't know what it is, but he withdrew at the very last minute from the Valero Texas Open just this week, citing an injury. And I haven't been able to find a whole lot on what's going on with Abe Answer, but obviously Abe's a decent player. He could play well here. I'm not really big on him anyway. A lot of places I usually find him overrated, overowned, overpriced. But, I'm not fully out on Abe, but I think we'll have to wait and see. I don't love it, though. In terms of the players, just to summarize that I'm interested in, Paul Casey and Webb Simpson and Tiger are the 3 names that I'm definitely looking to play and possibly leverage in DraftKings especially. Bryson and Hideki, I'm I can tell you I'm pretty much out on both of them no matter what they say either. I think Bryson could BS all of us at a press conference easily. All right, so that's some injury updates, more to come. I'm recording this on the Sunday before the Masters, so, maybe if you're watching this, a lot of stuff's already come out. Forgive me, but put in the comments, who are you willing to play based on some of the injury? Is it Tiger, or are you willing to take a chance on some of these other names, and maybe why? Drop that in the comments. Check out the other content here on the Tour Junkies YouTube channel, and let's have a great week. May your screens be green for the Masters, and let's bend over your bookie.